92-year-old sounds the alarm after robbery. Then police make hair-raising discovery in his house they can't ignore. Police officers in the US get a hell of a lot of stick for the most part. Plenty of people are ready to lodge complaints concerning how they go about their jobs, while others are of the opinion that they resort to violent measures too often. Of course, it's important that we retain the freedom to criticise members of any profession when they're not doing their job properly. But it's equally important to remember that police officers risk their lives every day in order to protect us. Not only that, but many of them are capable of incredible feats, which this wonderful story is a fantastic example of. There are not many surviving veterans from World War II left, but 92-year-old Lewis C. Hicks is one of them. Throughout his life, he's always endeavoured to do the right thing. This includes when America was called to defend Europe's freedom against Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. One day, recently, Lewis discovered that some of the tools in the workshop behind his house were missing. He alerted the police to the theft, chiefly in the hope that they would catch the thief. All Lewis wanted was to get his tools back. But when Officer Chastity Salazar reported to the scene, she insisted on taking a look around Lewis's home. Lewis knew in that moment that he couldn't conceal what was going on in his kitchen. Officer Chastity took a look round, saw what she needed to see, then promptly left. She promised not to disturb him again. 92-year-old Lewis had no idea that she'd been doing a spot of detective work in his house and was planning on returning with something to make his life a hell of a lot easier. Lewis had fought for his country during World War II, but when it came to taking care of his own needs, he was simply too proud to ask for help. Fortunately, Officer Chastity saw the signs of someone who could do with a hand, and so decided to take immediate action. What Chastity had seen was that Lewis was using his stove to heat his home, with all the rings on as he sought warmth. She turned to her colleagues for help and, after some help from donors, she purchased a new heater for Lewis. Lewis himself was in tears when Chastity returned to deliver the gift. He had a difficult time getting his words out. "I've never had no one to do nothing for me. After my mother passed away and left me to take care of my two sisters, nobody never did nothing to help me. You hate to ask anybody 'cause sometimes they'll frown on you. And I'm a true veteran. I won't ask, he told local station KVUE. Lewis explained how his old heater had burned a hole in the floor, so he stopped using it. Due to his limited income, he turned to his gas stove as a last resort. Officer Chastity, meanwhile, wasn't just happy to give Lewis an important gift. She was also grateful for the opportunity to pay tribute to a man who had done so much for his country. The whole neighbourhood has now banded around Lewis and aimed to ensure his life is as smooth as possible. It means everything. The things I've been trying to do since the 40s, I've been asking for help. And now it just came in. God is good, he said. Not content with simply changing his life, the police in Austin have made a list of all the things he requires, including underwear, shirts and pants. It looks like Lewis is finally getting the good turn he deserves, having tried to be a great man all his life. When a World War II veteran is moved to tears, you know something truly special has happened. In today's world, it's all too easy to forget about our elderly. Lewis is an example of someone almost dismissed by society, but thanks to one kind-hearted police officer, this 92-year-old's life won't be a struggle anymore. Please share this story to help spread some joy around Facebook. I'm sure all of your friends would be happy to hear about this.